Hello, I'm Lionel. I'll be reading you the African Animal Adventure Bedtime Stories, written by my father, Dr. Fred Spilkin. He would love it if children all over the world got to know about the lives of the animals and people living in the African bush. Please let us know if you enjoy the stories, and this would help us bring you more African adventures. The name of this story is Ngala. I stalked slowly and carefully through the long grass, not making a sound. I did not take my eyes off my prey. My tail moved slowly from side to side. I was the big hunter, ready to strike and bring the food back to my family when everyone would admire me as the hero of the day. I tensed my muscles and leaped with my huge paws stretched out in front of me, ready to grab my prey with my large claws. For a split second, my prey froze, full of fear. Then the mouse quickly jumped out of the way and disappeared into his hole. Oh well, I guess my time will come when I grow to be the size of Daddy Lion. For that moment, I had forgotten I was still a baby lion and had a lot to learn about hunting. My time will come. I know it, and I can't wait. Hello there. My name is Ngala, which means lion. Well, I'm not quite a lion yet, because I still have a way to go before I can really call myself the king of the beasts. I'm still quite young. In human years, I would be about 12 years old, but ready to prove myself as the best lion that ever was. I am proud to say I have lost my spots that all lion cubs are born with. That is at least something. Daddy Lion is called Morena, which sort of means king, or the big boss of everybody. He is so huge, with a large black mane and a black-tipped tail. When he yawns and shows his teeth, you know you better watch out and behave yourself. My mum is named Lakiwe, and I love her lots, because she always lets me play with her and licks me to clean my fur and even keep the other lions of the pride away, giving me a chance to eat when we have some good meat. Morena only lets me play with him for a very short while before he gives a low, rumbling growl, which means I better leave him alone to sleep. I do wish that he would let me play with him more, because I want to be just like him. Oh, by the way, we call our family a pride of lions. Not, say, a troop like with baboons, a herd of antelope, or a flock of birds. They all really mean a family, though. Usually, Lakiwe does the hunting with the other lionesses, and they are a great team because they plan their hunt, with one lion going one way and the others going in the opposite direction. So, if, say, a buffalo is chased by one lioness, Lakiwe will wait until it comes past her, and then she will jump on its back and try to stop it until the other lionesses come to help. When the lionesses go hunting buffalo, I really worry about Lakiwe, because the buffalo are very big and strong, and it is not unusual that a lion can be hurt while hunting them. I have to admit, Morena is rather lazy when it comes to hunting, and leaves it to Mom to do all the hard work. Of course, when it comes to mealtime, everyone stands back and lets him eat first, and that's the way it should be. I guess because if the pride is in danger, it will be Morena who will come to the rescue. It may sound unfair, but that's the way it is with lions, and it seems to work out quite well. That reminds me of something that happened not too long ago. Lakiwe and the other lionesses had managed to bring down a buffalo for our dinner, and we were all very excited to have some good meat to eat. While we were eating, we heard the dreaded so-called laugh of the hyenas. It is the strange noise they always make when they are excited about something. It's not really a laugh, but more of a high-pitched yelp, and it sounds really scary to a lion cub. I could not believe my eyes when suddenly we were surrounded by about 15 hyenas. I've never seen so many at one time in my life. Well, Mom and her 2 sisters immediately got up and snarled at them, but they did not run off, as I expected they would. No, in fact they came even closer, snarling and trying to take some of the meat. Now, let me make it quite clear. While Mom and her sisters are very quick and strong, they were no match for the 15 hyenas. They came from all angles, and the sisters were not able to keep them away. What a noise, with the lions snarling and the hyenas laughing, all in a cloud of dust. It was like a bad nightmare. The problem for me and the other cubs was that we were afraid we would get snatched by one of those horrible creatures. Lakiwe must have had the same thought, because she told us we would have to leave our food to the hyenas and run away as quickly as we could while she guarded our escape. We were just about to leave when Morena decided it was time for him to eat, and when he arrived and saw what was going on, he let out a mighty roar. When a big daddy lion roars, everything goes quiet. Even the crickets stopped chirping and the frogs stopped croaking. And that's what happened. Everything went quiet. It was very strange, because the silence seemed noisy. I know I haven't explained it very well, but it seemed you could hear the quiet. Well, anyone knows you cannot hear silence, but it seemed like it. That is why he's called the king of the beasts. When he talks, you have to keep quiet. Now, either the hyenas were very stupid or very, very hungry, because even though they could not speak lion, they should have known he said, "Get out of here, and I mean now." And once again, they attacked the lions, and that was really silly. Morena jumped into the middle of them and grabbed one with his mighty jaws, shook it once, and it was dead. He then swiped another with his paw and sent it flying into the air, and it was all over. The rest ran off, yelping and laughing. Morena then sat down, as if nothing had happened, and started his dinner. Now I understood very well why the daddy lion eats first, even if he does not hunt with the lionesses. I was so proud of him, and really wished I could become just like him. I did not realize it, but my chance would come sooner than I thought. Very often, when Lakiwe and her sisters go hunting, they leave all the cubs on their own, with the strict instructions that we must stay where we are, well hidden in the long grass. It can be very dangerous for a cub to be on its own in the bushveld, because there are animals that could do us harm. The worst, of course, are the hyenas, but even the jackal can present a real threat to the small cubs. A jackal is like the first cousin to the coyote, just a little smaller, but it's a great hunter and very smart. The Cape hunting dogs are also very, very dangerous, because they always hunt in packs and will attack just about any animal they come across. As usual, when Mom and the sisters go hunting, it was my duty to look after the cubs and make sure they were quiet and did not move around too much. I took my task very seriously and was rather proud that Lakiwe felt I was old enough to look after them. They were very young and had not even lost their spots yet. Now, anyone who has any experience with babies knows that it's almost impossible to keep them still, and try as I might, they would continue to play with one another, making mewing noises that really worried me because they could be heard by a dangerous animal. One day, my worst fears were realized when I heard a rustle in the bushes, and when I turned round, there were 3 hunting dogs. I froze with fear because I knew they would attack the cubs, and I had to defend them. I tried to growl, but I know I did not sound very convincing. and the dogs must have thought so too, because they snarled and ran to one of the cubs to snatch it away. I was much bigger than the dogs, but there were 3 of them, and they were faster than I was. I knew that my time to prove I could be a daddy lion had come. It was a little earlier than I had hoped for, but I knew that I would fight them, even if it meant I could be killed. I didn't even think of running away. What would Morena have said? I didn't hesitate and attacked the biggest dog of the pack. I don't know why I decided to attack the biggest dog, but it was the right thing to do, because the other 2 lost interest in the cubs and came to defend the big one. Oh my goodness, I felt the bites on my legs and body, but there was no pain. I was really mad at them, and I was filled with the power of a huge lion. I forgot that I was still a kid, and I bit and I clawed as if I was the largest lion on earth. It was all in a sort of a haze. I don't remember what happened very well, but I just remembered the dogs, the dust, and the noise of the snarling and the yelping. Hold on, I thought. Yelping? Hunting dogs only yelp if they are hurt. Lions don't yelp. I must have hurt them. Yes, I must have, because they suddenly disappeared into the bush and everything was quiet. So quiet. I was hurt pretty badly, and in fact, when I lay down, I could not even stand up. Of course, the cubs wanted to play with me, but I was too weak to play. Thank goodness the wild dogs never came back, because I could not have fought them off any longer. I was tired, so tired, and now I could feel the pain of all the bites on my body. When Lakiwe and the rest of the pride came back and saw what had happened, they first went to see if all the cubs were okay, and then found me lying in the grass. Lakiwe was so upset and started licking my wounds to clean me up. I didn't want to tell her that she was hurting me because I loved the attention she gave me. I guess I am still a little lion. Morena did something he had never done before. Instead of eating first, as was his right, he brought me some food, put it down next to me, and gave me one big lick. I will never forget what happened next. He lay down beside me and never moved, not even to go and eat, until I felt better and could walk again. He was protecting me from all the dangers while I could not walk. Wow, that is something. Yes, I did become the hero of the pride, and I felt I really deserved it, and I would not hesitate to do it all over again. Wouldn't you? Don't forget to tell us if you enjoyed the story, if you have any suggestions, and if you want to hear more African adventures.